Beard here, back with the first in my series here, Beginner's Basics for Summoner's War, Sky Arena. As you can see, I just reset my second account here. Level 1, I just went through the basic tutorial already, so you didn't have to watch that. Just going to go over some basic things when you first start that you really want to look out for to help new summoners. The first thing is, right here it says challenges. These are actually missions that you can complete. There's daily missions, general missions for doing stuff, and then achievements for doing harder stuff. One thing you really want to focus on is getting to the high enough level that you can complete these daily missions every day. Because within these daily missions, yeah, there's some experience and there's some mana stones, which early on are helpful. Really what you're looking for, these first, well, the second and third ones right here, the complete mission, which is worth seven crystals, and the let's go for another round, which is worth 3 crystals. In order to get the 7 crystal one, you actually have to complete everything in this list, which it looks like a lot, but it's really not that much. The hardest part is show off your friendship right here. Building friendship, which requires you to send social points to 5 friends. You actually have to have 5 friends on your friends list every day, and it will reset every 24 hours from when you sent them. But that's the hardest part, is getting the 5 friends. So you want to locate as soon as you're able to use the chat system, which is level 8. I'm going to go ahead and look for people that are opening secret dungeons and just ask if you can friend them. Even if you don't need the secret dungeon, pretend like you do. And run it once, even if you can't get very far. So just so they'll add you and you want to return the favor for them adding you. And you want to try to get them to hold you as a friend because you're low level and they may not be. So use it, give them the piece. And go ahead and do that because you really want to do that. Those 10 crystals add up, especially if you're free to play. They add up really, really fast. Look, and just by doing missions, I have done nothing else to the tutorial. Just by clicking missions, I'm already level 2. 1,000 experience on a couple of them. So I mean, they level you up quickly. Every level up is worth 5 additional crystals, so that definitely helps. I'm already at the 10 crystals. So we'll go ahead. I already have 5 friends because this is the account I had and I just reset it. So I'm gonna go ahead and friend them all, or send social points to all of them, which you'll see. Exit out. It also builds my social points, gives me 10 for each one, which help with summons. Get the challenge. I'm not going to collect this one right now because low levels you level up so quickly, and every time you level up it resets your arena invitations to 10. And if I collect 3, I'm going to level up before I can use them because I can't even enter the arena yet. So it would be a waste. So I'm going to go ahead and do, it's telling you the basic missions. Here you go. We're doing the tutorial. You want to use a friend, so I really don't want to use low level friends for, we'll go this way. Yeah, I don't have a leader skill, which I should have put my fairy in, but yeah. One of the missions also to fight 3 times a day with your friend. So you want to use 3 friends in battle per day. So I want to go ahead and use them for this, so we can get through it quicker, and I can also get one of the other achievements down, or one of the other missions. And you pretty much want to change the 3 times speed right away, because the 1 time speed is painfully slow, and 2 is pretty slow too. So we're just going to go ahead. A lot of fights early on you can auto, although I'm not high enough level to auto stuff yet. That's okay. That's okay. We'll go ahead and we'll do this. You're just basically fighting, using your skills when they're up. That's what you want to do. Your fairy does have a heal. And most games you think you get the people at the beginning. You think, oh, they're not very good. I'm only going to use them for a little bit. I don't really want to invest too much into them. Look, level 3 already. But actually, they give you 3 starting characters. The Water Fairy, the Fire Hellhound, and the Wind Vagabond. The only one that it really isn't any of use is the Wind Vagabond. The Fairy and the Hellhound are good up until mid-game. Some people still use the Hellhound in late game, like a high-level arena, because he provides a buff when he's awakened that increases your attack and critical rate of all your monsters for 2 turns, I think it is. It might be 3, but we'll go ahead here and keep going. Go to the, well, actually I want to return, because at the beginning you want to return after your missions, because you can get your challenges here, collect your rewards if you have some, and sometimes after missions there's a storyline quest where this little scroll is. You want to make sure you go back and complete that so the story advances. In this case it's to go through the entire let me switch. Put the fairy in. She has a leader skill. That way it quits asking me for a leader skill. I'm going to go through the entire Garen Forest for the first mission. So to advance the story. So we're going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, it shows cool monsters on the loading screens. Ardella, she's a good monster. Here we go. Now I can auto. And you can see my friends that I'm using, their Hellhound is awakened. They have this buff right here. Begin Hunt. Increases attack power and critical rate while allies for 3 turns. Go ahead and do that. Double jump. Got him there. You can see, even though she was weak, you can tell when you're attacking monsters, they showed you the elemental chart when you go through the tutorial, which is fire is strong against wind, wind against water, and water against fire. And light and dark are strong against each other, and neutral to everything else. But you can see by the colored arrows, if it's green, that means you're favorable. Yellow would be neutral, and then an orangish red is, unfavorable. So we're going to go ahead, since we're favorable and he's high level, we'll just use our basic attack. But we'll go ahead and set this on auto, because he's high level and we can finish this with our friend. But this is a little more dangerous, and it tells you to tap on the enemy to focus your attack on them. So we'll go ahead and do that. You get the nice little orange and yellow circle. That makes sure that regardless of element, all your monsters will attack that enemy. Because what happens is, normally when you're on auto, your monsters will automatically attack monsters they are favorable against, unless an enemy monster has a debuff on it, like a defense down. Then they will automatically attack that one. But let's go ahead and return. Alright, search the Garen Forest. I should remember that. So I keep going. And I need to use a third. So even though these are fire monsters and I'm using a wind monster, he is level 30 and a 4-star. He should have no problems. I'm just doing this to get my 3 out of the way, because then after that I want to bring in my wind Vagabond so he starts getting experience so I can do other stuff on my own later. Yeah, he's got cool abilities. That's showtime. Good skill. You can see he's doing about 4 times the damage that I would normally do, and he's weak to these monsters by element. So, yeah, you just want to progress through the story at the beginning, because make sure focusing as much as you can on getting those friends and getting those daily missions complete. Those 10 crystals add up. And at level 7, which is right before you can use the chat system, you also unlock the wishing well, where you can make a wish daily. So now that we've got the 3 friends done, I want to put the Wind Vagabond in so he starts getting experience, because I am going to need him later, at least for the early game. Eventually you can fuse him away, power him up into the other stronger Vagabonds. The light one is the strongest. I've seen some people use the dark one. And then I think after that, fire, then wind, then water, then wind. Wind is the weakest one that I've seen. But yeah, so go ahead and just do these. You can see my other monsters are stronger. They'll take care of the board for me. In this case, fire is neutral against fire and weak against water, so they attack the fire and teams up with the Chloe, or not the Chloe. My Alusha, which is the water fairy, once you awaken her. And the fire monsters are attacking my wind Vagabond because they are strong against it, and the water plant is attacking my fire Hellhound because it is strong against that. So it's pretty basic stuff, elemental combinations. So went ahead and took that down. Go and gain experience. My Hellhound levels up. Next stage. One here. What you want to do, we're hoping to get, you get unknown scrolls to drop from these, which you do want for summons, but you kind of want to save on to them, because one of the daily quests is to summon three summons per day. So you don't want to use them all in one day, because you may not get any more the next day to complete your daily quests. So you want to summon your 3, maybe you'll get something good. If not, you'll go ahead and do that. So after you complete these, I'll go ahead and show you what that's like. I think I have 3. Uh-oh. The good thing about the water fairy is her heal does cleanse. So it gets rid of that debuff. The debuff they're putting on me is called constant damage, which does 5% of your max health every turn. Every time it's your turn. At the beginning of your turn. So if it's enough to kill you, it will kill you before you actually get to go. But the heal from the water fairy does cleanse that, which is very helpful. As you can see. There we go. Level 4, plus 1 max energy, plus 5 crystals. We're getting to take care. Both leveled up. Alright. You got another rune. And then it goes on the story. Before I want to do that, I'm going to go into my runes. Because runes are important. What's going on? Uh-oh. There we go. It finally got up. There we go. Let's speed. We're going to engrave that on her. And we got 2 energy set bonus, which you can see here once I finish reading. Tells you what it is. Tells you each stage gives you the rune according to the number. So 1 through 6 stages give you the runes 1 through 6. 7th stage is always a boss, which gives you a random chance at a random one. As you can see here, 2 set. So if I put 2 energy runes in, they do not have to be next to each other. I will get plus 15% to my base HP. It does not affect. As you can see, the first one gives me 6 attack. This one gives me 1 speed. But if I had an item which gives me extra HP, the percentage bonus does not go off that extra HP. It's only off of your base stats. But that's okay. Let's see this one. Engrave 6 gives me 1% HP. 5 gives me plus 40 HP. And 3. So really, I need a 1 in the 4 slot, and I'll get my 45% HP. Skill bonus for having 3 sets. They do stack. And I'm lagging here, it looks like. Come on. There we go. As you can see, if you look at her skills, it tells you that if you fuse or enhance the same monsters or power them up, you can increase their skills. Her Aqua Hurricane attacks with a Whirling Storm and freezes the enemy with a 20% chance. But her second ability, Purify, which recovers the target's HP and removes all harmful effects. The recovery amount is proportionate to the attack power. So she actually builds attack power to increase her heals, which is kind of cool. We'll go ahead and show you how we're doing that. Here we've got a bunch, but I'm going to go to your summoning circle. Oh, see, I've only got 2, so I actually need a 3rd unknown scroll. Let's go back into battle. And we're on the last page with the boss. What we got? Alright. So we're going in. I'm going to fight. This is the Water Inugami. And he's pretty strong. Not the strongest of the Inugamis in itself, but it's pretty strong. We'll go ahead and auto up until the boss. You can actually change, if you go in your settings to boss battle, you can change this to manual so that it will automatically go auto up until the boss, and when it hits the boss stage, it will change you to manual mode. So you don't have to worry about it. So that's what we're going to do. Because I'm still low level, it's going to be difficult. As you can see, cool animations. You can actually turn those animations off in your settings. But since we're new to this, we'll go ahead and watch them because they are kind of cool. This checks the box of skills. So Scratch is his basic attack. Attacks an enemy with big claws and weakens the target's defense with a fixed chance, which I believe is 50%. But his second one, multiple hits, attacks consecutively with 30% chance, which is not part of the actual Inugami skills. Just special to this boss. We're going ahead. He's going to attack the Hellhounds. We're going to go ahead and heal the Hellhound again. We want to attack with the Vagabond. And look here. Normally you would want to use your special attacks that have cooldown. Attacks an enemy with sword 2 times. Each attack has a 30% chance to decrease their attack power. So that will make him hit not as hard. But if you look at the basic attack on the Vagabond, it actually does damage per action my HP, which is where the energy rooms would come into play, and decreases the enemy's defense for 2 turns with a higher chance. So I'm going to do that and try to decrease his defense so that we can do more damage to it. And of course, I keep missing. As you can see, Annihilate is the passive. Get an extra turn if they kill an enemy. So that's why he got to go again. We did stun there. We landed the defense debuff. We're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, well, there's the attack down, which is good. Stun again. Defense debuff. We're going to go ahead and heal ourselves up to get rid of the debuff. So we don't take as much damage and to get the health. There we go. There we go. Got him. As you can see, Mana Crystal dropped as well as energy. So that helps return some energy. So I don't use it up. There's my 3rd unknown scroll. More storyline, which you can read on your own. I'm not going to bore you with reading it. Alright, and we return. You can see on the scroll, it's got the question mark, which means it's been done. And read the story, blah, blah, blah. Alright. Let's see, it's now unlocked. Alright. So we'll go ahead and do the last part of this, this is the basics. Summon the 3 scrolls, because this is one of our daily quests. Oh, lightning! Lightning on an unknown scroll means you're getting a 3-star monster or a 2-star awakened monster. In this case, we got a 3-star monster, which is the Wind Golem. Not the greatest, but let's go ahead and look. Impact. Stuns the enemy with a 25% chance and provokes with a 10% chance with an energy blow. Attack power increases according to your defense. Iron Defense increases defense for 3 turns and gives you immunity against harmful effects. Additionally, attack speed increased by 50%. Also good. So you cast this on to increase your defense and your attack speed, which then makes your basic attack hit harder and you go more often. Leader Skill increases the HP of ally monsters with Wind Attribute. This works good with our Wind Vagabond. If we put him as our leader, the Wind Vagabond's basic skill increases with his max HP. So this will increase the Wind Vagabond's base attack or base HP by 30%, which will make his basic attack hit harder. So those have a good synergy. Go ahead and summon second one, no lightning, which means we're getting a 1 or 2 star. Regular monster, which got a 1 star, which is pretty common. There we go, another 1 star. We'll do the review later. I wanted something to give me more unknown scrolls, which I don't have. So I want to do, because you want to do a power up, and one of the other daily quests is do a power up 3 times a day. So we got him, and he's gonna be good. So he's better than our Vagabond technically. So let's go ahead and get him a level or 2. We did that. We want to do them one at a time, even though I could select them both if I wanted. Since we have to do 3 separate power-ups today, I want to do one each time. So the next time I get an unknown scroll, I can do this one and get that part of the daily quest complete. So yeah, this is all for the first episode of Beginner's Basics with Summoner's War Sky Arena. This is Mushbeard. I am out.